What is up, YouTube? My name is Rob Jr. and this is my channel, Creative Rob. Thanks for watching. Today I wanted to share with you a video I made on digital art, and I'm using the iPad Air 3 Apple Pencil, and I started off with a sketch, and this was a physical sketch that I imported into my iPad. To start off, I'm using my studio pen to trace this image, get a good crisp outline, and I'm not using a screen protector. I'm drawing right on the glass. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Some people say you can scratch the surface, and some people say they've never even used a screen protector and have had no issues, but I enjoy drawing right on the glass. I love that smooth feeling. I was thinking about getting the paper-like screen protector, but at this point, I'm not sure. But in the comments, let me know what you think on that. And if you haven't yet, please give me a thumbs up on this video and subscribe. So here I'm kind of messing around with colors, seeing what looks good. I kind of have a little series going on with these characters, so as you can see, I went back to the gallery to take a glance at some of the other characters, see the color choices I use, because I want them to be similar. And that's kind of what I like about this digital art, using the iPad Procreate. Did I say that? I'm using Procreate app. It cost about $10. It was, I think that's a pretty awesome deal. This is a powerful app. So what's cool with this Procreate, or just digital art in itself, is being able to mess around with colors. There's not a heavy consequence on going with the color. You can always change it. See what looks the best. As you can see right here, I'm trying to a turquoise color with the inside of the hands, and I decided I didn't like the way that looked, so I'm going back to the darker purple, which is really just the shadow of his base color. And so I have a couple different layers here. I have a trace layer, which is the ink layer, and then I'm going to have a color layer. Also, I'm going to have a layer here. It looks like I'm doing nothing right there, but I'm actually painting the inside of that character white, so that pen marks on different layers don't show underneath it. So what I like to do is have a layer for the ink, a layer for the base color, and then a layer for the shadows, and a layer for the highlights. And right now I'm working on the shadow layer, and this is the shadow for his pink body, so it's just going to be a darker color of that pink, kind of like a Pepto-Bismol color with a little bit of purple added to it. For the shadows, I am using a airbrush. I think I'm using the soft airbrush, and I may have lowered the opacity. Yeah, I lowered the opacity a little bit, not too much. And then I went to the blur. I think it's called the Gaussian blur, and blurred out that shadow line so that it's softer, kind of blends in a little bit more with the rest of the base color. And now I am going on to the next part of the body, the nose and mouth area, and adding the shadow lines for that. I had a little trouble with the indentation under the nose, how to tackle that, and I think I went with, let's keep it simple. There I go. Now I'm adjusting the color, seeing what looks good, if I can make it look any better. Alright, now moving on to the shadow of the tongue shadow. Same concept here, using the soft airbrush. Darker shadow, darker color of the yellow. Add a Gaussian blur to that. Now for the teeth. Same thing as the rest of the base colors. For the teeth, I'm using a darker color to create the shadow. Darker color than the base color. Create the shadow and blur that out. Now I'm kind of looking at it, seeing what I can do, what needs to come next. Alright, on to the highlights. So this will be a new layer, using the soft airbrush again. Doing the same thing. Go in and see what works best. Kind of had a pattern here. Create the line where it fades in the middle of the line, it gets heavier, fades out. You go to the Gaussian blur, blend it a little bit better. Alright, now back to the nose and mouth area for the highlights. So how are you guys liking Procreate? I've only been using it since December, or actually end of December. I got the iPad Air as a present from my parents. Thank you guys. Appreciate that if you're listening. It's a super rad tool. Yeah, I've really enjoyed Procreate. I'm so impressed with its ability. And the iPad Air has been perfect. I gotta figure out a better way to record this. I think maybe I was in too close because it's getting like bleached out occasionally, the image. Sorry about that. Live and learn, you know. Alright, so on to the inside of the mouth. So there I created a circle shape, darker color of the base color, blurred it out. Now I'm messing with the colors of that shadow. Alright, this is a fun part. Now I created a new layer. This is another inking layer where I use a smaller studio pen than the base ink, not the base ink, the original inked, outline ink. This is, I guess we can call it the inside ink shadow, inked shadow. Just trying out some different ideas here. I didn't like the way that looked, so I ended up going back on that. If you don't know, if you tap with your fingers twice on the iPad and Procreate, it will erase what you did up to a certain point. So here I'm going back, cleaning up the lines, trying to get it as clean as I can, going around the body, just making it look clean. Testing out some lines. Alright, so this was on a whim. I wasn't sure what to do for the background, and I kind of like them by himself, but now you see, this is why I colored in that background white. See, I put that donut behind him and his eyes turned to that donut color. So I had to go back in and fix that. I had to make his eyes white, which I thought they were, but it was the white of the paper. So yeah, this was on a whim. I needed something in the background. And, you know, we were thinking about making stickers with these little creature creations, and so I'm kind of going with something fun and simple, a little bit cool. So I'm drawing a donut. I did have a picture to look at. I kind of went through some examples, and yeah, this wasn't pre-sketched out. This is freestyle. I'm making it look like you took a bite of the donut there. I ended up titling this "Always Hungry," which is ironic because I'm on a diet now. Slim fast shake in the morning, chicken salad for lunch, with some carrots in between, and shake for dinner. Alright, so this whole donut's the same concept. Ink the outline and put color within that, a base color. Then on top of that, add a shadow. Gaussian blur the shadow, and then I actually went in with the smudge tool and smudged it a little bit. Since this was kind of not planned out, I did have some issues there, and I had to. I think what I ended up doing was re-inking this donut. I didn't plan it out very well, but it is what it is. It's a donut. Krispy Kreme, yum. It sounds so good right now. And on here, so I have the highlights, but I actually added another layer with sharp highlights, a sharp white line. It really gives it a glare, you know. I like that look. Now, one thing I wish I would have done when I finished this is played around with adding that sharp white line on the inside of my character too. May have been too much, but I would have liked to have known that for sure. So I think when I make stickers of this, I'm going to do, so each of my characters have something in the background that goes with their personality. But I think I'm also going to do a sticker of them by themselves, and then one with their background image that represents their personality. Sorry, I can't talk. It's early in the morning. I got up at 3 today to do this before I go to work. There was adding the shadow of the icing that hits the donut. Alright, I'm looking at it. Did I finish? There we go, guys. Finished work. Let me know what you think in the comments. I really enjoyed this piece. It was a lot of fun. I like doing these simple characters, you know, kind of have a little bit of a Dr. Seuss mixed with the Gorillas kind of style. I enjoy that. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you haven't, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.